Good morning, YouTube. Wanted to do a quick little update. I finished my Texas bookmark. That's what it looks like. Turned out pretty well, except I really don't, with these, I had to do it sideways because the way the holes are drilled. I kept trying to make it so that it would be turned around so you could read it, but it didn't want to cooperate, so there you have it. And I can make these. It's basically like I'm making cloth out of beads. You can see here, it's like a cloth. And I can make bookmarks. I can make this into a tapestry that you can frame. It can be a small patch that you can sew on something, a purse. It can be a bracelet. It can be a collar for an animal. I am experimenting with, yesterday I went out and I got some new line. I looked for actual fishing line because this, okay, the stuff that I'm using right now, which is, it's made by the same people that make fishing line, but they made it for beading by Berkeley. As you can see, Berkeley for the beadsmith, Fireline, and then Berkeley, same company. But this one is 4-pound test. So you put 4 pounds of pressure on this and it will snap. And so what I did was I went and got 2 different kinds of actual fishing line. Now these will not fit on a beading needle. I got, this one is 6-pound test, which is just a little bit more, it's the thinnest I could find and being a little bit sturdier. And then I went and I got this, this was like $10 for this reel, but it's like 250 yards, which is a huge amount. And then I got this little one for, this is 12-pound test. You can apply 12 pounds of pressure to this and it won't snap. Now, I mean, they have fishing line all the way up to like 80 pounds. Problem is, those are too big to put in a needle or in a bead. I really wish there was something that was thin that you could withstand yanking on. But I tried to, as thin as this is, I tried to thread my beading needles with that. I couldn't even thread it with the 6-pound test fishing line. But I can thread, okay, I tried these beading needles. They will not go in an actual beading needle. It's too tiny. The eye is too tiny in those. That's, I think, why they went for this, because it's flexible. It's not, this is flexible, whereas this is just like a round piece of plastic type thing, and it just won't go in there. But it will go in a regular needle. For some of my projects, I can get away with using like a regular steel non-flexible needle. Like beading needles are really flexible, long, thin, flexible. Regular steel needles like this one, it'll fit in that eye. It's a bigger eye. It'll fit in that, but that won't go through all my projects, all my beads. So I'm probably gonna have to go back to the Fireline for most of my projects. I might try upping it to 6-pound test. I'm just saying this because with jewelry, I've had a lot of customers come and say, well, like, I'll make a cuff, because cuffs are easier to do than a clasp with this type of stitch. If I make a cuff, people are afraid to put it over their hand. They're afraid it's going to snap. It won't. The secret, people, the secret is when you're rolling it over your hand, first of all, make your hand as skinny as you can, and don't jam it over. Roll it. I don't have anything to show you right now, but roll it over slowly and it won't. But if you take it and go wham, of course it's going to snap. Now, this stuff, it's relatively strong, but if you yank on it with more than 4 pounds of pressure, it will snap. That's what this is. This one is 6 pounds of pressure. It will snap. This one's 12 pounds of pressure. You know, they make, I was looking for fishing line that, you know, you can get a big, huge fish that won't snap the line, but the problem with those is they're big, honking things. The thing with this is I need clear, not yellow, not blue, not red, not green. Clear, thin, so you don't see it. So, that's that. And now I've unraveled my thread. I only have a little bit left. See, this comes in, this is like $20-something for 125 yards of the fire line. So I thought I would try the fishing line, but right now I'm working on another customer project, which are friendship bracelets for a couple of girls that I know. I won't tell the whole story, but they wanted me to basically do an engraved bracelet with a little tag on it. And they want blue and purple. And this is not going to be a stitched bracelet. This is going to be my old school. This is when I first started my Go bracelets. I started making them like this because I did not know how to do this yet. So what I did was I took 4 strands of wire and then I bead each one, put a little tag on it. I'll show you this tag like this. Can you engrave on it like that? Engrave on it, put in the middle, and then finish beading. And I could do, obviously I couldn't do the entire flag of a country per se. What I would do is like put the different colors so it would have the colors of the flag. It wouldn't be, obviously I couldn't do this, and then I learned to do this, but this costs, for this is $36 for the people. Why does it cost so much? You try doing this with beads. Try it. These cost $3 because it's just wire, bloop, 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 beads, done, quick, easy. $3. I was charging $1 for the people at my church when we were going on missions trip. These were the missions bracelets. So that's what I've got. Again, if you see this and you want me to make you anything that you would use cloth for, obviously you wouldn't use this for clothing per se because it's glass beads, but it is like a cloth out of beads. So if you want me to make you a patch that you can sew on clothing, or you can sew on a purse. So you have a purse and you want to sew something, you know, you can sew it on the purse, or a jacket. The biggest I have made so far is, if you take, let me show you here. For a full tapestry, what I do is I'll take, this is going to be my Amish quilt series that I'm going to work on soon. I take 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, print it out, put a grid over it. It comes out about half the size of what you print. So if you print half of a page, it'll come out a quarter, approximately. It's more like 2/3 of the size. It's not exact, but I can make them using different types of beads. Now, the best one, I will tell you right away, the best one is not the kind that you can get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. They have seed beads. Those are different. Let me show you. Let me educate you a little bit on seed beadery here. The difference. Okay, if you go to Michael's or Joann's, they have seed beads. 11-aught, which is 11/0 seed beads, which are the teeny, tiny, tiny, tiny ones. Which now, I don't know how I'm gonna show you this, but if you can see that, it's round. It's like shaped like a little oval, I guess you could say. It's not a perfect circle, but it's got a round shape to it. It's like a donut, kind of. Those are the kind you can buy. They come from Czechoslovakia or China or wherever they make them. They're just